Hey everybody, Aaron here with Arrowhead Outdoor Services. Today officially is the last day on the 16-acre job. Kind of bittersweet. It's been a lovely project. Been great working with the landowner here. It's been a fun project. Always like when I'm able to come out and turn property into something that wasn't really useful into a piece of property that people can enjoy and use and ride their ATVs through and actually get places where they would never been able to get to before. So it's been a fun project. Wanted to show you where I've piled up all the debris. It has completely blocked the county road from any passerbyers being able to look in. That was kind of a bare area, so that's where I piled everything up. I also cut and graded in about a 40-foot place here. He's going to put a Connex building to store his side-by-side and gas cans and whatnot. So got that all leveled off for him so we can put that in there. Had to cut out the side of the hill to make it level. But this is it. What a transformation. Got the cat warming up right now. Today, it's all about just cleaning up on the mulching side. My teeth were pretty much worn exactly all the way down to replacement. There was no more use in them. In fact, I'll show you guys the old teeth compared to the new teeth that are already on the mulching head. But that's the goal today, is to get around front and back, clean up everything, process material a little bit better, back drag, and just clean up what the old mulching teeth couldn't process anymore. It was just leaving bigger chunks. So should be a pretty quick day. So I'm going to go ahead and jump on it, and I'll show you what these teeth look like after I've changed them out. All right, here is what the comparison is for the teeth. So I'll show this to you. This is the old knife or the chisel tooth that's on this machine. And let me compare it to what is brand new. Yeah, I can say that they were officially done. So yep, that's why I had to change them out. That's why I'm back here today, to get everything cleaned up and processed. I do need to fuel up real quick, and we're gonna get at it. All right, I am done with this project. It has been a fun one. Like I said, I've come over here, created a little place to put a Connex 20-foot building, scratched that out, and leaving this thick up here to shade from the county road. I was able to collect all of those big old root balls and all those trees that were all laid over. I mean, night and day difference. Everything that was pushed in there is now all in there. Went back today, did my final dressing up mulching. Went through this area again, came through here, went through this area again, and did some mulching just to knock everything down, because in the past it's been so wet I wasn't able to get in there. So just dressed that up, got that all mulched out, was able to actually back the 30-foot gooseneck all the way in here. In fact, I drove in and was able to turn it around in here, so I'll be able to load the cat up from right here. Got another job tomorrow. But yep, cleaned all this up. I mean, it just got to settle now. Get some rain, everything will kind of settle. It's amazing how much little sticks just fall from these trees. Seems like I just came through here and mulched everything up, and now there's new sticks. Some of it I can't really get to. It's kind of in a tight spot, and the ground is still a little mushy in some spots. Went on the other side of the creek. Remember, there was a big tree laying in here, or actually 2 trees. I was able to pull them out. What a view looking back this way. I also went into here. It was drier with the sun being out and without no rain. So I was able to go into here and do some mulching. It's real rough terrain, a lot of washouts. So it is pretty hard on the machine. But I went in there and I actually went all the way to the end where this creek goes and runs a 90, and you can't go any further. And then the swampland is over here, so you can't go into there because that is a wet 100% of the time. But I know the sun is facing this direction, but you can see all the way through there. I left little patches of thick stuff. He still wanted some of it thick, but you can now drive a buggy all the way to the back to where the creek is at there. This is the turnaround spot that I made, and you can see the trail that I made going that way. Came over here and mulched this up. And of course, I have to turn around right here and mess up my road, but again, nothing but just some rain and driving over it will pack that part. That will pack that part back down. Now I really wanted to get, these are the only tree and root balls that are left, but I tried to get in here and grapple them, and I almost got stuck. And this is still wet. And right here is the start of the swamp. And I was going to grab some other stuff right here and push in. I sunk right there. It's already full of water. But I was able to get out. Thought maybe I was going to get stuck. But yeah, these are the only 2 root balls that are left in here, just because, man, it's just so heavy, I sink. And I would just make more of a mess. But here's the road. Since this is the final video that I'll be releasing, the property line is just right there, runs up. So the road kind of snugs or hugs the property line. But this is it. This is the finished product. Just a nice little dirt road for a side-by-side ATV. In fact, it can handle a truck. We can drive a truck back here. Got the culvert put in. You can see how this creek runs back down this way. All the water seeps off the hill into it. And voila. It is flowing water right through the culvert. You can tell the other water is trickling right down the side of the road here, since I've got it built up. So that's doing its job as well. Water flowing out. Goes back that way. Look how wet that is. Man, it's wet. All this. I really wish I could get those stumps. That's the only thing on this project that wish I could have got this. But knocking these trees over in here, there's no way to get them back out now unless I go rent an excavator and get on this road and grab them. But I had to plow a road through here, through the swamp, just to make this happen. Look how much water. All draining down to the culvert. It is just seeping out of the property. This is where we put the second culvert in. It's kind of a shelf, about 3 different shelves that come off this hill. And this is another one that, as you can see, it's like chocolate pudding. I mean, it's so thick and that texture that this is a spot where I knew eventually if I kept running through it with the skid steer, I was going to get stuck. But I'm not sure if this comes off in the video or not. But look at the water. It's constantly just running. That's amazing how much water flows through here. And I pushed over this tree and it actually made kind of a natural little diversion for all this water to catch and run through this. So it's helping protect my road right here from washing out. But even then, it is built up high enough where it would go down and drain down at the other culvert. But yeah, it is amazing how much water is coming out and running through this system. That is pretty neat. Never have to worry about water on this property. And this is the where the dirt ends is where the little swampy area in the shelf system stops. So all of this is holding. Looking good. Got this tree branch. Get that out of the way. Maybe. But yeah, this started holding water. You can still see there's water holding there. But the road, this is still a little soft because it's more sand material that I've put here that I had to scratch up. But the road is complete. And this takes you back to the main part of the property, where I have mulched out a road along this shelf, hugging the swamp line. It goes this way, and off of that, it has multiple fingers that I've mulched out through it, leaving some thick areas in between. So that way, when you're looking at from one side from north property line to south property line, you can't just see all the way across it. And it gives animals places to bed and whatnot, so it's nice. I mean, this is personally how I would do it if it was my piece of property. And where did this big old thing come from? It's amazing how things just still fall out of the trees after you're done mulching. But I've made all sorts of roads and pathways. So he has all sorts of little arteries of ATV roads that go through this property. But anyway, I'm not going to walk through the whole property. I've already done my rounds with the skid steer, cleaning it up. So I know everything is good. All right, I am done with this project. It has been a fun one. Was able to actually back the 30-foot gooseneck all the way in here. In fact, I drove in and was able to turn it around in here. So I'll be able to load the cat up from right here. Thank you for watching. This has been a good and fun series I've put together. So please subscribe and follow and stay tuned for more projects that I do throughout this coming 2026 year. Have another project tomorrow I'm doing for a family. So I'll probably record that. And then I started at a wildlife preserve. Been contracted out there to start doing some work. So I'll be able to film out there as well. All right, everyone. Well, I appreciate you watching. Thank you, and happy holidays. Hope you had a good Christmas, and Happy New Year's. Talk to everyone later.
Fishing pole leaning by the old creek. Mud on my jeans every day of the week.